Yes.
And today,
All right, so momentum. To sum up momentum, there is just a few things you need to know. Momentum was it was a 2-week unit, but I can sum it up in about 3 minutes. It was momentum equals mass times velocity. Momentum initial equals momentum final. And we had force times time equaled the change in momentum. And this was also equal to an impulse. All right, so an impulse is equal to force times time, which is also equal to a change in momentum. Momentum equals mass times velocity. And momentum initial equals momentum final. There were 3 types of collisions, if you will recall. There was a elastic collision, where they strike and bounce off each other. An inelastic collision, where they strike and stick together. And there was my mind that I made up called an explosion problem, which is where they strike they start off together and then they boom, explode apart. Anyway, remember that when you do this, you have always do a drawing. Always do a drawing, and if you can, label the drawing. So like in this case, we're going to have an inelastic collision. These two guys are going to collide. This one's moving forward with a velocity v. This one's moving that way with a velocity v. And I want to know what the final velocity is of these guys in the end. All right, so this is just a really simple example. But if you draw the picture, you can always, I think you can always do better about trying to find the answer. So what you do after you've drawn the picture, momentum initial should equal momentum final. Momentum initial is on this side. So you do mass times velocity, and then mass times velocity for this guy. Notice it's going another direction, so what would you need to do?
Negative.
Make it negative, and that's equal to 2m times the final velocity. All right, what would be, this is really, really simple. What would be the final velocity of the system at the end? 0. Why? Because these are the same, so this would be 0, so 2m times vf would equal 0, so final velocity would be 0. All right? So that's momentum. Fairly simple unit, all right? Not terribly complex. So now, anybody got any questions about momentum? All right. So we're going to move on to energy.